広島に咲く一つの花。
A flower grows in Hiroshima,
ほとんど誰も知らないのは、
known by very few.
時が来れば色が変わること。
Its color changes at a certain time,
花は知っているのか。
as if the flowers knew.
春から8月初めまで、
Spring till early August,
青一色の花びらに
it remains solid blue.
突然現れる焼け焦げた縁かがり。
Then its edges appear to be burned.
花は知っているのか。なんと不思議な変わりよう。
Funny how it happens so precisely,
まるで測ったかのように、
but it's true.
いつも8月6日8時15分、
Every August 6th at 8:15,
変わる花びらの色合い。
the blossom changes hue,
花は知っているのか。
as if the flowers knew.
多分花は覚えてい
I
る。
think flowers remember,
他にももっとあるのだろう。
and there's something else they do.
巡り伝えるあの記憶。
They pass that memory on again.
人にもそれができるなら、
If only we will too.
人にもそれができるなら。8月6日8時15分、
At 8:15, August 6th,
1945年、
1945,
瓦礫の中に咲いた花。
out of rubble, a flower grew,
今も花は咲き茂る。
and still the flowers thrive.
今も花は咲き茂る。広島に咲く一つの花。
A flower grows in Hiroshima,
ほとんど誰も知らないのは、
known by very few.
時が来れば色が変わること。
Its color changes at a certain time,
花は知っているのか。
as if the flowers knew.
花は知っているのか。
As if the flowers knew. Story about two ships, the Golden Rule and the Phoenix of Hiroshima.
次の歌では2艘のヨットゴールデンルール号とフェニックス・オブ・広島号が実際に行った活動を歌っています。
In 1958, both ships attempted to sail into a forbidden test zone near the Marshall Islands in the Pacific in order to protest the testing of nuclear weapons.
1958年、2艘のヨットは南太平洋マーシャル諸島付近の立ち入り禁止海域に乗り入れようとしました。そこで行われている新型核兵器実験に抗議するためでした。
Their crew's arrest, imprisonment, and series of trials made international news.
乗組員たちは逮捕され、刑務所に入れられ、裁判となり、国際的なニュースとなりました。
And they became symbols of peaceful acts of conscience, focusing attention on the dangers, immorality, and insanity of nuclear tests and weapons proliferation.
2艘のヨットは急速に増え続ける核兵器と核実験の危険性と非人道性、 そしてその狂気への抗議と平和の活動を求めるシンボルとなりました。
Their stories are fascinating and particularly ironic when you use the names of the ships in context with history.
そのストーリーは興味深く、特にヨットの名前の由来を考えるとき、その後アメリカ政府が取った行動は何とも皮肉に感じられます。
The US government had to confiscate the Golden Rule in order to keep her from protesting the use of nuclear weapons.
政府はゴールデンルール号をプロテスト活動から遠ざけるため差し押さえなければなりませんでした。ゴールデンルールとは、何事でも自分にしてもらいたいことを他の人にも行いなさいという意味です。
Likewise, they had to capture the Phoenix to keep her from sailing for peace.
同様に廃墟の灰の中からよみがえる不死鳥、希望のシンボルを名前にいただくフェニックス・オブ・広島号もまた平和活動を続けられないように没収されました。
If these stories interest you, I'd encourage you to learn more online from the Veterans for Peace Golden Rule Project.
これらの出来事に興味を持たれた方は、Veterans for Peace のゴールデンルールピースボートプロジェクトでどうぞ検索してみてください。
I didn't know when we set sail in 58 we'd all end up in jail. And I've been called worse than fool for sailing on the Golden Rule. From San Pedro, we headed west on waves of a peaceful protest. Trimmed our sails to the wind and prayed the bomb would not be used again. The Golden Rule, the Golden Rule, words that we had learned in Sunday school. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Met the Phoenix crew about halfway through. Both our ships moored in Honolulu. We agreed to do our best and try to stop nuclear tests. Neither ship did give way, but trials then kept us at bay. We made it just part way through, so now the rest is up to you. It's up to me, it's up to you. Do unto as you would have them do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I didn't know when we set sail in 58 we'd all end up in jail. And I've been called worse than fool for sailing on the Phoenix and on the Golden Rule. It's up to me, it's up to you. Do unto as you would have them do. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's called One World, and I will begin by translating or calling the English line before Fumi sings it in Japanese the first time. But thereafter, we're going to try to get you to sing with us. One world in which we live together.
One world 共に生きる世界
One sun shining on you and me.
One sun 僕らを輝かせ
One ocean flows into another.
One ocean どこへも波打ち One day みんな自由
One day we all will be free.
One day みんな自
We'll be
由
free. One moment can change a whole lifetime. One life can change eternity. One stranger befriended, one broken heart mended, one child loved, one captive set free. One child loved, one captive set free. Now sing it with us in English. One world in which we live together. One world in which we live together. One sun shining on you and me. One sun shining on you and me. One ocean flows into another. One ocean flows into another. One day we all will be free. One day we all will be free. One day when the lamb and the lion and our pride and our anger lie down, weapons to plowshares, a joy born of love's tears, a sacrifice and a crown. A sacrifice and a crown. It's your turn again. One world in which we live. One world in which we live together. One sun shining on. One sun shining on you and me. One ocean flows into another. One ocean flows into another. One day we all will be free. One day we all will be free. One day we will all meet our Maker. Till that day we must do what we can to stand by each other, to love one another, every child, every woman and man, every child, every woman and man, every child, every woman and man. Now you can do it in English or Japanese, whichever you prefer. One world
One world 共に生きる世界
in which we live together.
One world さ僕らを輝か
One
せ
sun 僕らを輝かせ
One ocean どこへも波打ち
One ocean どこへも波打ち
One day
One day みんな自由
One day みんな自由
One day みんな自由
As we close out tonight. But in 1983, Bellingham passed an ordinance to be a nuclear-free zone. What does that mean in practice? To me, that means that we start at home, in our own hearts, We start with generosity and compassion for all our neighbors. Security doesn't come from one individual or one family or one community having everything that it wants. Security can only come and stay when there is enough to share for everyone. So please, those of us who have more than what we need, please pass it forward and organize. Organize yourself and those closest to you. Organize your communities so we can be truly secure. We can teach our children nonviolent conflict resolution and ask for it to be taught in schools. We can support plans to replace youth incarceration with restorative justice programs and to never build another youth jail. We can walk with the peace walkers and street demonstrators. We can write letters and organize our friends and neighbors to do the same. We can contribute to organizations that support the issues that are close to our hearts, such as finding missing and murdered Indigenous women or addressing police violence, and replacing it with community resources for our unhoused neighbors. We can support healthcare for everyone, including treatment for addiction and mental health. We can organize for environmental justice and preventing more global warming. We can talk to our neighbors and friends, our faith communities, about why the U.S. should not be allowed to develop a new generation of nuclear weapons. And together, we can all stop our government from spending our tax dollars on increased militarization. Choose your battle and put your personal passion in action and go for it.